Hello, I'm Rico Cavella. Welcome to this episode of Fearless Aging, where in every episode, my guests and I, we strive to offer you proven tips and strategies that you can implement immediately to greatly improve your overall health and well-being. So we're here to inspire you and empower you to become your best self. So before I introduce our topic today and our expert guest, I have a question for you. If you've been wondering how well you are aging, well, I've got a solution for you. Go to my main website, agelessliving.lifestyle.com, and take our aging assessment. And if you don't like your results, you can book a free call with me and we'll discuss what challenges you're having. And I'll give you some quick and easy solutions that'll get you going on the right track. So, the title of today's episode is The Secrets to Being Healthy and Vital in Your 80s and Beyond. And our guest is Ron Beckenfeld, who is a healthy, fit, and vital person in his 80s. And he's also the founder of the Continental Vitamin Company since 1969. And he also created the microlingual tablets, supplements that dissolve under your tongue. So, Ron Beckenfeld, thanks so much for being here again.
Nice, nice, Rico. What happened to your forehead there, my friend?
Yeah, I know. Well, as you know, we were talking previously. I get out in the sun way too much, and so I just went to the dermatologist a few days ago, and she said, "Oh, you got all these sunspots. They might turn into be cancers, so we got to burn them off." So I'm looking a little strange right now, but it'll be good. It'll be good soon. Yeah. So anyway, you and I are living agelessly, so we got lots of good things that we can share with our audience to help them because, as you know, it's so sad, isn't it? That well, first of all, most people don't even live to that most men don't even make it to our age, let alone being healthy and vital. So we're going to share some of the things that we do and that everybody could do to stay much healthier and have a lot more energy and be vital into your 80s and beyond. So, uh, well, how about just starting? Tell us again, you know, how you at a young age decided, hey, I want to be a fit, healthy person for my whole life.
I've always wanted to be. I'll give you a quick story. When I was maybe 10 or 12 years old, and I was probably mid 50s, and I was at this little. Those days they had magazine where they'd sell magazines and papers on the corner there. You know, you'd pull up.
Mhm.
And I was in there looking at a muscle magazine. This nasty guy comes up and he says, "Put that damn thing down. You'll never look like that." And that was probably 70 years ago. And that kind of stuck with me, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But in the meanwhile, I was always into health, and even I started actually working out about 8 or 9 years old,
Wow.
and then carried it through my whole career, just training with weights. I did a lot of surfing as a young man with it. Growing up in Southern California was unbelievable in those days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I started my business basically with a couple $100 out of the trunk of my car in 1960, in the 60s. There weren't no health food stores around. There wasn't much of anything. And I'd go have this little lab make it up for me, and I'd go out and sell it. And it started from there. Then in 1990, late 90s, I came up with Superior Source Microlingual, which that started with my father had a heart condition where you take these nitroglycerin tablets.
Hmm.
And he said, "Son, can't you make something like this?" I wasn't in the manufacturing at that time. And I kind of, did my homework and nosed around, and I found these machines that can make these tablets, and I repurposed them. I rebuilt them, and I did everything to them. They don't even use them anymore. I'm the only one in the world that puts out this type of product, dissolves instantly with just a little acacia gum to hold it together and lactose and all active ingredients. And it's a small tablet, but I can pack a lot of ingredients in here.
Yeah. I like those myself.
And
Wow.
we have about 100 products like this. They dissolve under your tongue. It's clean, and we've done very good. We do business all over the world. We have a 100,000 square foot manufacturing plant here, and so make everybody feel good. Everything that comes in is tested. It could come from the moon. It doesn't matter. We're going to test it for purities, identity, and so on and so forth. Through our whole process, company. I've had a lot of people working here 30 years. We have about 100 employees, but it's a small company, and I don't turn over people. They like working here, and I have a great business and great employees.
It's called Continental Vitamin Company.
Superior Source is my brand.
Okay, so if people want to, oh yeah, superiorsource1.com.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
basically you buy through Amazon, Walmart. Down in your area, you got Sprouts or almost every independent health food store there is. We're in Vitamin Shop, just about every. And we
yeah,
sell, of course, online, Amazon, and this. And we're not a pricey line. We're a nice valued line. We give good value and really good quality. Comes in a bottle in a box, so it's pretty high end looking. And it's
yeah,
been very, very good.
yeah, that's important to know because, as you're well aware, there's just so many supplement companies, and they make so many claims, and you can see how consumers are so confused. What should I be taking? What are the best supplements? And as you know, too, I've read lots of uh, uh, studies where they go in and just pull random different supplements off the shelf, and then they test them, and sometimes even not only the potency is not what they say it is, they don't even have the ingredients what they say that
That's just
I
a shame. There's a few people like that around, but we have a third party audit, and that's really good for the industry. People can say they're GMP, but they got to be third party audit, which is called NFS. And there's a couple other ones that they come here and audit you. I give you, for instance, on my parking lot, we're on over 5 acres. We had a few potholes. Hey, they made me fix it. It cost me almost 200 grand.
uh,
And that's not even, it has nothing to do with the product.
mhm.
It's a standard. And if you're NFS, uh, that'll give you that standard. If I was buying supplements, I'd look at if it's a manufacturer, not necessarily a marketeer. There are most of the companies are really good and honest. It's mainly the guys that are, if you understand and you maybe have a background, you can make capsules in 400 square feet, a garage, and push them out the door and package them. Uh, but if they're a manufacturer like us, I mean, a good packaging line's over $1 million. We got five of them. Uh, it's a big investment.
Yeah, yeah,
Plus the rent, the building. I mean, any 100,000 square feet will cost you about 100 grand a month in rent. Somebody got to pay for it. It's a large investment, and and the vitamins or the supplements in general aren't that expensive to manufacture. Most of them, some are,
yeah.
some aren't, but it's in the marketing, and that's where the money goes.
Marketing, the packaging, and all that. Yeah,
Packaging, a lot of it's just standard bottles. A few guys that have boxes like we have. Everything goes to a box. But and those machines, the box machines, are a good one's about a $500,000.
yeah.
And we have
So,
three of those.
so that's one of the components of being healthy and vital in your 80s. Is you need to take some good quality supplements.
That's part of the game. It's
Yeah,
not. I'm in the business to make money, obviously, but I think it's all at the dinner table. I really do.
yeah,
It's what you
yeah.
really eat. There's so much good food around. I mean, eat good quality food. As you get older, without a question, you need more protein, not less, and you actually need more resistance training, and not really what I would call light weights. I mean, not you know using 5 pound dumbbells after you've done 20 reps. I mean, you're not even feeling it. I mean, a good resistance training to keep your bone mass. I think you need some collagen to go with that. It wouldn't hurt. Uh, and the proper eating, fresh foods as possible. If you're going to get packaged foods, learn how to read the labels is very important. Serving size and other ingredients. Maybe get you on the back end on the other ingredients where they're using and not such great products on the foods.
But the thing is, Ron, is the majority of our food sources are so depleted with nutrients because our soils are depleted with nutrients. So unless you have your own organic garden and you're replenishing uh, your soil with all the minerals and things that they need, it is difficult to get
Well, to answer
the
that
nutrients that
question,
you need.
you can. For your information, Walmart is the biggest organic seller of produces in the world.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, I've done business with these people. I've done business with them. If you say it's organic, you better have the backup certification, everything there is. Your better health food stores, the Sprouts, if they got it, or the Whole Foods, and
right.
the higher end places, and I think they're doing due diligent. You can get and not go and have to grow it. You can.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that just come around in the last several years. These places are there like Walmart. They don't care what they sell. They're there to make a profit. And the
Don't they
organic,
don't they get a lot of the organic products from China? Aren't they imported from China?
I'm not sure about that. I think that'd be pretty expensive. I think they're so big. I think they contract with these farms locally and grab or bigger farms and grab everything they can produce.
Yeah,
And they have good quality there. I mean, another one is for great products and they have integrity. As Trader Joe's is a really great integrity company. We do
yeah.
a lot
Trader,
of business with them. They're beautiful people to deal with. They're a real solid operation. And I don't think it's that problematic to get good quality food like it was 20 or 30 years ago.
yeah,
When I started back in the 60s, they didn't have nutritional labeling. So I mean, but you're always in every business. You're always going to get a few schmucks, you know, that are just they screwed up for everybody. It's a very small percentage, but it's like one apple will spoil the whole barrel. One of those things.
yeah, yeah,
One rotten apple will spoil the barrel. But overall, the industry is very good, and people are trying very much. We do for sure.
yeah. That's good to
Eat
know.
fresh food. Keep your protein intake up. Myself personally, I eat 5 meals a day, three drinks. I mean, 2 drinks and 3 solid meals. Protein's the base for everything. I eat a lot of eggs and egg whites.
Yeah,
Even if you want to get deli food, you can get stuff. And I'm going to plug another company's Boar's Heads. They got to clean without the nitrates and all that. Stay away from all that. But it's all before you couldn't even buy it. I mean, you have choices to make, and the organics coming down pretty inexpensively now. But it's all at the dinner table. And another thing you need too is rest. You got to get your rest as you're older. You must have rest. You must
yeah,
sleep.
yeah,
Get a combination of maybe between a little nap, if not 8 hours of sleep. It's very important.
yeah. There's so many studies these days how important sleep is. You hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, I can get by on 4 or 5, 6 hours." Well, they're just fooling themselves because they've actually done cognitive tests on people, and for every hour that you get less than say 7 hours, your ability to take these tests really goes way down. So
Absolutely, especially when you get older.
yeah,
Another thing as you get
yeah,
older, what people don't realize is your balance and your posture.
yeah,
If you have good balance, you don't want to fall. You don't want to fall. Chances are you're going to break your hip and you're pretty much finished. Those are important thing. Balancing exercises. You need to put some time into yourself. I mean, most people have given their wealth for their health for their wealth, and you go
right,
down to. I have a home down in the desert, and a lot of older people, man. I mean, they're just they're full of down there. I mean, anything you want for your health. I mean, the vein doctors, this doctor, plastic surgeons. They got a million gyms down there, and I think at 40, you got to really start taking care, paying attention to yourself, and stop chasing the buck so hard.
yeah,
Put
yeah,
it in your yourself because you won't get those years back, and you end up chasing around at 60. 60 should be if you take care of yourself, could really be really good years. I think the break is where you really make a transition to getting older is about 80,
yeah.
where I'm at right now.
Well,
And
I mean, you and I are still doing well, but there are little things that start to break down and give you a little
well, that
trouble.
you're going to get the aches and pains and this and that, but I mean, just so you can walk straight up and down,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
shuffling along where you shouldn't be. You're, God forbid, you'd fall down. You're in deep trouble. Your posture. I think you need some resistance training, like I said, and
yeah,
cardio. It's
yeah,
all
yeah,
comprehensive. I mean, if you really want to take really good care of yourself, you need about 40 minutes to an hour a day. You can get by on less, but if you really want to really dig into it, that's what it takes.
yeah,
Maybe weight training 3 days a week, and then the rest is all some kind of cardio and yoga, stretching,
yeah,
balancing
yeah,
exercises, type
yeah.
of things.
Yeah, I would say what I recommend to my clients is, I mean, every day you need to move. It's all about movement.
You
Movement
rest
is
your rust.
Yeah, you got to move, and so you should get some kind of aerobic activity, at least 20, 30 minutes every day. You should go out. You
Absolutely.
should go out and move. And then the other thing you need to do every day, like you say, stretch, do some yoga, or just a basic stretching program for
Absolutely.
even 15, 20 minutes. But you need to do that every day because, as you were saying, a true measure of your age is how good is your posture and how well can you move.
Balanced. You're balanced.
And your balance. Don't you hate to see you see all these old guys, particularly walking around like this, they're all stiff and bent over. They just allowed it to happen. If you don't
Well,
stretch,
that's right. That just becomes a cumulative factor of not doing the right things.
well,
And it
your
doesn't have
muscle.
to be a Herculean effort. I mean, you can still stay reasonable, you know, 20, 30 minutes a day. And, I mean, I get up at 4 in the morning. I mean, get up a little earlier and get it done. I mean, what's the big
Exactly.
stink?
That's right. Get up and get out and make it happen. Well, okay. I want to take. I have a short message, and we'll come back with Ron Beckenfield and talk some more about how to stay healthy and vital, or and stay healthy and vital in your 80s and beyond.
Now, in just 17 minutes, you can get and stay fit and look and feel your best for life. This will be a life-changing and life-saving experience for you. Yes, it's true. Scientific studies have shown the Fast Fit 17 system is the fastest way to achieve maximum results in the shortest amount of time. This is a true fitness breakthrough. This system was developed particularly for busy people over 40 who know they need and want to get into better shape and have more energy, but feel they don't have the time. Now, time is no longer an issue. We want everyone to take advantage of this fitness breakthrough. So, for a limited time, you can get the entire program for only $17. So don't miss out. Order now at fastfit17.com.
That goes right along with what you were saying. Even in 20 minutes, you can
Well,
do some
here's the
real
point.
beneficial.
Let's say a guy's 70 years old or 65 or what is retired. He just gave up 8 hours of schlepping to work and doing what he does. You tell me you can't squeeze
I
something
know.
out of that 8 hours that you've been. I mean, and how
Yeah,
busy can you be when you don't work anymore? I can understand you got hobbies, if it's gardening or golf or this and that, but you picked up 8 hours. Period. Just think of that. Out of 8 hour time, you can't organize yourself to give yourself, I would say, 40 minutes a day, a minimum
yeah,
to an hour. I mean, you just picked up 8 hours.
yeah.
You're retired, so what the hell are you doing? I mean, for me, I'm still working. I'll be 81. I'm still working, and I got up this morning. I did some cardio. I did some stretching. I did an hour and 20 minutes. Uh, I'll train about 1:32. I will train with some weights for about an hour altogether with my ab work. I do about 500 reps of sit-ups every day.
Wow.
Every day. Keep your core.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a kind of a nut or a fanatic, so just throw me away.
Yeah,
But
that's a little fanatical, but that's you're doing it. That's
I
pretty
do it because
amazing.
I do it because I love doing it. I love it more than anything else I do. I do it because I like it. But
Yeah.
some people, and I would give another suggestion. Believe it or not, joining a gym has a very good aspect because let's say you go in at noon all the time, you basically see the same people, and it becomes a high, and it feel good, and hey, you're looking good, or this and that. And another thing I want to touch on, I think if you have a wife or a husband, there should be a support system. Gee, honey, going to the gym, you're looking good, or whatever. No negativity. But as you get older, I mean, most people just sit on their ass.
Well, let me ask you that. That's just what I was going to ask you anyway next. Why do you think so many people struggle with that and don't stick with a healthy eating or an exercise program?
A lot of people have given up on themselves, or
Yeah.
they might have a negative partner that just doesn't have the same mindset. And as you get older, maybe a couples they grow apart. Could be. I'm not an expert at that, but it's a lot of people don't like to go to the gym or like to even do any exercise, but it's just hey, you brush your teeth, you get your nails done, you get your hair done. I mean, you take your lousy car to get the oil change every so often. I mean, come on.
I
Let's
know.
be realistic. Everybody's different, but I think you got to find some activity you like. I think walking is better than nothing, but it's a starting point.
Yeah.
And they're discouraged, or they don't have they're really badly overweight and they really don't know how to start, or they don't have the willpower or desire. And that can happen. That can be, you need somebody that's positive around you. That's why I say the gym. Most people, if you go to a real gym that's into it, you will see that. You might be a little uncomfortable to start with, but people are very nice and they will help you and nobody will make fun out of you.
Right.
Give
That's
that step.
good.
The women get intimidated if they go into maybe a bodybuilding type gym, but the guys are all sweethearts. Take my word for it.
Yeah.
Been around this my whole life, and If you ask people something, they're more than happy. Or if you can afford it, you get a trainer. I mean, I see a ton of that around.
Yeah, yeah.
You will get you. Everybody can improve. I don't care how old you are. You can get muscle and gain muscle. I don't give a damn how old you are.
Exactly. At any age, well, that's a good point that
Absolutely.
we should really emphasize. No matter what your age is, or what your fitness level, current fitness level is, or what health challenges you have, you can definitely get a major improvement in all areas of your
Absolutely.
life. You just got to get out there and start making it happen. And
Some people have gifted more in genetics. I mean, I see that in the bodybuilding world where they're just, they're so gifted and so genetic. I mean, it's just incredible. And other people's like me don't have great genetics, but hard work, and I can, look okay. I can stay in shape and feel good. And the whole thing is feeling good. You fit in your. I still wear. I still have the same waist size I did when I was 50 years ago.
yeah, me too. Me too. Another point I want to make on we're talking about, why so many people don't get into taking better care of their health in every way. I think so many people just buy into that mainstream narrative that that's just the way it is. We're all going to get old and sick and maybe die, and we need to go to the doctor and take all these medications and
Well, a lot of it plays into the medicines, Rico. Everybody's going to live about the same age. Let's, for argument's sake, are you going to be a stud or feel good about yourself?
yeah,
I'm an old guy, and I'm not bragging. I still have sex 4 times a week on the average.
that's pretty good.
Not with multiple partners either.
Yeah, that's
But
really good.
that's part of being healthy, being comfortable with yourself, comfortable with your body, comfortable with everything, and you need a good support system. It's very tough if you're trying to eat real clean and the rest of the family's not doing so well with the
Yeah,
cleanliness of the food.
yeah,
Makes
yeah,
it a little tough. Makes it a little hard to bring the dessert around. You get tempted. You got to build self control.
yeah,
It's important that you have some support, man. I think it's important that they're not, you're not swimming against the tide, swimming against the current here.
yeah.
If they're
And
on the
as
same page, your wife will cook or your girl will cook clean foods. You're enjoying yourself, maybe together, and even go work out together. I see couples come in. It's great.
Yeah, and as you were saying, there's no lack of information. There's no
No,
lack of
no,
anywhere, and there's no lack of places to work out with people that'll help you. There's
no.
coaches. There's no excuse at all for not getting into a program, a wellness program, and taking much better care of it because it just makes so much sense. I mean, if you're
Well,
gonna
you want
get,
to feel good. You want to live for your other half or live for your grandkids, or
yeah,
you want to be a little functional, and you can. I see people in the 60s are pretty much shot.
yeah,
It just shouldn't be, and they work so hard, and a lot of people, unfortunately, what they do is, I'm not saying one way or another, they get married young. I mean, even in their 20s or 30s, and when you raise a family, you're trying to establish yourself, making money, and it's pouring out the door. And families first, obviously.
hmm
Where I'm starting to see more of people. Maybe the guys are they're 50, the women are maybe 40, which is and they're starting families later where they're more established, they're
yeah,
better parents, and they got more money and they can handle things a lot better. Because I think it takes a family to raise kids, and then if you're
yeah,
more established and you got the money coming in, it's not so rough. And
yeah.
you two of you are working all the time, and the kids are running wild, and no supervision. Too cool.
Yeah, that's some good advice. No question.
It's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but
No, I agree with that. I
let's say the
totally agree
guy's
with that.
25, even 24, and what gals maybe 20 or 21, 19. Yeah, they're both just trying to get themselves established financially, or even playing off debt, school, whatever the hell. I mean, then the
Right.
kids come. I mean, that's got to be piling on. But if you started, let's say you've been working already 10, 15 years, you got a career going, you got some money, maybe even bought a house. I mean, you're grounded.
Yeah.
I think you
No,
got a better chance.
yeah,
Start a little later.
that's some really good advice. Well, we're almost out of time. We got about a minute left here. So again, I want to encourage people to go to
You go out and buy that
your
superior
website. Yeah,
source.
yeah, superiorsource1.com. We'll put that link in the show
Or if
chat.
you buy it on Amazon, anywhere, we have a ton of products for almost anything from vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B12. I put out beetroot powder. I put out a keto product, which is really good. You can mix with
Oh yeah.
coffee. It's 10 grams of collagen in there. It tastes wonderful. You've got another one that's creatine and HMB, which is really good. Creatine is from help building muscle. A lot of the stuff's inexpensive too. It's 20 cents a serving. You know, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I got to go check it out. I got to get there again, check it
I
out,
don't want you
get
looking
some.
too good, Rico.
Well, if I stay out of the sun, I might be looking a little better.
Good tip there. If you don't, if you want to have a suntan, everybody, I use these tanning creams,
Yeah.
and
I don't
I
care about the tan. I just want to. I'd like to be
well,
outside.
yeah, but as you get older, it's
Okay. Well, Ron, thank you so much for being here again. It's always fun to be with you, and we have some great advice to offer people. I think that was really valuable for people. So, if you like today's episode, tell your friends about the Fearless Aging TV show. And the last thing we always want to let everybody know, Ron and I do, just get off your butt and go do it because you can, right, Ron?
absolutely. Hey, you don't work anymore. What else you got better to do?
That's it.